Jane Seymour, the third wife of King Henry VIII, remains an enigma in Tudor history. Often depicted as a meek and submissive figure, she was, in reality, a woman of quiet strength and unwavering loyalty. Unlike her predecessors, Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn, Jane's story is shrouded in a veil of tragedy, her time on the throne lasting a mere 15 months. Yet despite her brief reign, Jane Seymour secured a place in history as the mother of Henry VIII's long-awaited male heir, Edward VI. Her legacy is intertwined with the tumultuous religious upheaval of the English Reformation and the enduring power struggles of the Tudor dynasty. This essay delves into the life and times of Jane Seymour, exploring her journey from a relatively obscure noblewoman to the Queen of England. We will examine her impact on Henry VIII, her role in the birth of Edward VI, and her enduring legacy on the Tudor era. Jane Seymour was born into a world of privilege and political intrigue. Her father, Sir John Seymour, was a prominent courtier, and her mother, Marjorie Wentworth, hailed from a distinguished family. Growing up in the grandeur of Wolf Hall, the Seymour family estate in Wiltshire, Jane would have received a well-rounded education befitting a young woman of her standing. While details of her early life remain scarce, it is believed that Jane excelled in traditional feminine pursuits such as needlework, music, and household management. Her upbringing instilled in her a deep sense of piety and obedience, qualities that would later attract the attention of King Henry VIII. Jane's path crossed with Henry VIII's court in 1532, when she became a lady-in-waiting to Queen Catherine of Aragon. Later, she served Queen Anne Boleyn, witnessing firsthand the complexities and dangers of being married to the volatile king. Henry, by this time, was deeply infatuated with Anne Boleyn, but his eyes soon wandered to the quiet and unassuming Jane Seymour. Her demure beauty and reserved demeanour offered a stark contrast to Anne's fiery spirit and outspoken nature. In 1536, Anne Boleyn's fall from grace and subsequent execution paved the way for Jane Seymour to become Henry VIII's third wife. They married just 11 days after Anne's death, a testament to Henry's impatience and his determination to secure a male heir. Jane's coronation, originally planned for shortly after the wedding, was postponed due to an outbreak of the plague in London. This delay cast a sombre shadow over the beginning of her reign, foreshadowing the tragic brevity of her time as queen. On October 12, 1537, after a long and arduous labour, Jane Seymour gave birth to a healthy baby boy, Prince Edward, at Hampton Court Palace. The entire kingdom erupted in celebration. Henry VIII finally had his longed-for male heir. However, Jane's triumph was short-lived. She developed puerperal fever, a common postpartum complication in the Tudor era, and her condition rapidly deteriorated. Despite the best efforts of her physicians, Jane Seymour succumbed to the illness on October 24, 1537, just 12 days after giving birth to the future King Edward VI. Section 6. The Queen's legacy, triumph and tragedy intertwined. Jane Seymour's reign as Queen of England may have been brief, but her impact on Tudor history was profound. She achieved what her two predecessors could not, providing Henry VIII with a legitimate male heir. The birth of Edward VI secured the Tudor line of succession and shaped the religious and political landscape of England for generations to come. Section 7. A different kind of queen, piety and discretion. Unlike Catherine of Aragon's strong-willed nature and Anne Boleyn's intellectual curiosity, Jane Seymour is remembered for her piety, gentleness and discretion. She navigated the treacherous waters of Henry VIII's court with remarkable grace and composure. While she may not have possessed the political acumen of her predecessors, Jane understood the importance of her role as queen. She used her influence to promote reconciliation within the divided royal family and advocated for a more moderate approach to the religious reforms sweeping through England. Section 8. Jane Seymour's impact, a ripple effect on history. Jane Seymour's legacy extends far beyond her role as the mother of Edward VI. Her death plunged Henry VIII into genuine grief, and he would often refer to her as his true wife in later years. She became a symbol of domesticity and virtue, her image often idealized in Tudor art and literature. Moreover, Jane's triumph in providing a male heir solidified the Tudor dynasty and paved the way for the reigns of her stepchildren, Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I. Her legacy is inextricably linked to the tumultuous events that shaped England's destiny in the 16th century. Section 9. Conclusion. Remembered through time. Jane Seymour's story is a poignant reminder that even the most fleeting lives can leave an enduring mark on history. While her time on the throne was tragically cut short, her legacy as the mother of Edward VI, her quiet strength, and her enduring influence on Henry VIII ensure that she remains an unforgettable figure in the annals of the Tudor dynasty. Please like and subscribe for more historical content.